Happy 25th.
Very nice.
I was allowed to go for a run 25 years ago.
Well, no, it's a very busy agenda.
Hello everybody, hope you're doing okay. Welcome to Olhão in Portugal, coming here for our 25th wedding anniversary.
So Tim, darling, all your clothes are in that bag. I took it as a sort of marital bit of communication that all the items left in the chair were for me to bring. So...
Oh, we like you wear all day shoes, not really running.
Oh yeah, because Tim, our 25th wedding anniversary and still Tim's wittering about shoes. I think you need to go put some clothes on and just generally come back looking a tad more wholesome. I put some wet wipes in the bag, you might find them helpful. Thank you, darling. I think you've got a dodgy one. I think I should have had a bit of that and it fell off.
So, this is the card that Sue gave me. That's the card I gave her. Guess we got it from the same shop.
Only as ever, Tim's managed to pick one up with a bit missing from it.
Oh.
Bless you, darling.
But before our dinner, I've got a session that Matt has set 3 by 1 mile at 5k pace with 2-minute walk recovery, followed by 4 by 1 minute at a bit faster. I feel absolutely knackered this week. I think I've just tried to pile on the miles. I've been using the Adios Pro 3 every day as almost like a daily trainer, but I've slipped on the trusty Vaporfly Next Percent version 1 today for this session. I must say I quite like the Adios Pro 3, but they do feel slightly heavier, so it's actually nice to feel put on a proper race shoe. I think in my size the problem is the Pro 3 is about 300 grams, but the Next Percent version 1 is about 250, so you can definitely feel just sort of jogging around a bit of a difference. So I've actually got a couple of races coming up. I've got a 10-mile race on Sunday, the Dorking 10, although it's actually at Brockham, and I've got a 5k on Tuesday, so a bit of crash training, shall we say. I want to get a bit of miles, a few sessions. I've got another session on Thursday, so a couple of sessions and then a bit of rest, and then hopefully we'll be able to, in good shape, take one of these races. At least I'll be heat acclimatized, won't I? Because it's about 22, 23. So I've done a warm-up already, and it's a bit windy today, so I'm going to do the first mile with the wind behind, and then into the wind, and then finish with the wind behind, and then the 1 minutes can just take care of themselves, can't they? So. Okay, 200 to go. Not quite as quick as I was hoping for, but it does feel quick. I've got the wind behind, so just the fitness not quite there yet. Oh, I think my pace on my Garmin's a bit off. It was a 6:08. So in there is a load of trails, but you now have to pay to get in, so I won't be doing that. What I'm going to do is just wander up to the top here and run on a parallel road straight back to the town, which will be a headwind, and we'll come back the other way for the next one. So 6:08 was alright. Take that. Bit odd when you see like 6:20 pace on your Garmin, then you come up with 6:08, isn't it? Might suggest to walk these, so I'll take that. Actually, there's a railway crossing at the top here. This is the train I get to Blackford Run, so it goes off to Faceta and up to the border with Spain. You can actually get to Spain on the train because there's a big sea in the way. I think Sweat Elite do a lot of videos up the other end, Monte Gordo and Villa Santi Real or something. There's a truck up there as well, which I've been to, not actually run round yet. Okay, into the headwind this one. So parallel to the railway. Right, it's slightly downhill, but dead into the headwind. So just under halfway gone. I'm feeling it now. Okay, 6:24. I've literally got Olhão station right behind me. So literally was 1 mile with the railway parallel. So my sort of run was my sort of window. 6:24 with the wind against. It was slightly downhill though, so I'm going to run back the other way, see if we can run faster with the wind behind. It's slightly uphill. Hopefully I won't notice the hill too much because this will be a nice tailwind. It's about 10-15 miles an hour. Feels quite breezy. All right, we just go over a minute to go and then we'll be off again. Wait, 4 miles to go. I'm already feel like I'm giving this a full welly, but it's actually a bit of a full slat. I'm actually going slightly downhill. All right, camera down until the end, I think. Okay, 6:03, fastest one. I feel like I had to work for that though. In the end, what I thought was up was slightly downhill, or maybe it's like those full slats, but both ways are hard. So yeah, take that. I perhaps ideally wanted to have been sub-6s, but very tired, windy, well, one of them anyway, and sun's out, quite warm, so I'll take that. we'll have a 3-minute rest now and get into these 1-minute ones, see if I can up the pace a bit quicker than I did for the mile reps. Should be able to, shouldn't I? And I think we've got 1 minute standing and recovery after each of them, so I'll run back here. You can see the railway here. What they're trying to do, I believe, is make a public footpath. Don't know if you can see at the moment. Be careful, any trains come in, it actually just peters out. Right, 25 years of marriage, yeah. Silver Jubilee. I remember 77 when the Queen, the late Queen of course, had her 25th. I was still, how was I then? I would have been 10 in the summer. I remember having like a street party and parties at school and stuff like that. I don't remember it that well, being only 10, but just stick in my memory a bit. Yeah, wasn't really running then. In fact, I wasn't really doing any sport thing. I think I was just sort of starting up cricket. I did cricket until I was about 15. Didn't deliberately stop cricket until I got running, but that's sort of how it worked out. Started running seriously when I was about 15, 16, 1983, so 16 actually. I did a bit of dabbling in the year before. I used to run all the cross countries off no training, and suddenly did some training and came second in one, so I thought, oh, I'll take this up more regularly. Right, on to this first minute one, I think. Okay, 2 down of the minute intervals. That second one here with the wind behind was somewhat easier. Well, I felt like you went faster. I'm not sure there's any easier. It's the concept, isn't it? What's hard? I mean, people say, oh, running a ultra's hard, then obviously you don't run it very quickly. Not much goal pace, as Ben Notley was saying on his video, London to Brighton. Shout out to him. It's an amazing effort though, 100k run, whatever. Right, I got to put the camera down and get on this next interval. Okay, session done. Oh, I was feeling a bit nervous about this one. I think I always feel nervous for the effort in these ones. They're not like that long, it's just that to do them properly, you really got to give them some welly, and 5k pace is not hanging about, especially when you've got 3 miles of them to do, so it's basically a 5k with a bit of rest, isn't it? And then you've got a bit of aperitif of those 4x1 minutes, which aren't too bad, although the ones into the wind, I felt a damn sight longer than the ones with the wind behind. Although of course you just go faster, don't you? Right, so I'll ramble back to the ferry now, see if I can see Sue. It's now 5:04, so she should be on the Hubus 5 boat, so hope she's there. Oh, about 1.5 miles to warm down, and nice bit of train. Oh, warm weather training is, it sounds good on paper, doesn't it? But when you're actually doing it, oh dear, you feel like you need a few iced teas. So that's the way to Passetta, and this is the way back to Olhão. And you can see behind me, you've got a nice little red footpath here. Feels like I'm on a running track, dead straight. Almost into the wind though, so this warm down is quite tough mentally, just the old legs really struggling now. Anyway, we're almost back at the ferry point. There's the water behind us. As we come through here, this bit is actually still blocked off to cars, so we can happily run down the middle of the road here. And that's the main road through the town of Olhão, heading towards Faro Airport. Faro Airport's about 15 minutes in the taxi, so very near. And this is where I get the ferry from. Stopwatch at the end there. So I think at 5:30 it leaves Armona, which is the island that we stay on. It takes about 15-20 minutes depending on the boat that they got. They've got the big boat, it takes longer because it takes longer to turn around. Anyway, I think time for a nice tea, and hopefully we'll see you on this boat. Hope you found this interesting. Like and subscribe, all that. And how many miles have you done? How many years have you done in Voyage in Bliss? 25 for us. Well, if Sue turns up, of course. I'm filming this before I've actually found her.